Hey, it's me, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Jack. Today I'm going to be making potato and bacon gratin, so gather up your ingredients. I've got 1 kilogram of potatoes, unpeeled. The best ones to use are Maris Piper or King Edward's. I've got 20 grams of butter, some vegetable oil, 8 rineless bacon rashers, but I've only got 7 because that's all we had. 1 large onion. We didn't have 1 large one, so I've got 2 red ones, 2 small ones. They're also red, but that doesn't really matter. All onions taste the same to me. I prefer red onions, but they all taste the same to me anyway. 2 garlic cloves, 25 grams of mushrooms, 175 millilitres of double cream, 1 tablespoon of parsley, salt and pepper, cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese. So let's get making. The potatoes are unpeeled, so you just need to wash those. The bacon rashers you need to cut into strips, so take your bacon, and it says to use rineless bacon, but I've used normal bacon because that's all we had. So I'm going to cut off the end first and then cut that into 2 strips, because it's hard to cut the rind because that is basically the muscle of the pig. So cut that into strips, and I've prepared the rest of it already. And then do the same with the other bits of bacon. There we go, and then chuck that all in. And then large onion, finely chopped. So get your onion, get your glasses, as I mentioned last week, so you can't see. And as I said last week, chop the top and the bottom straight through all of the skin. And it's a lot easier to peel. Got some dead skin underneath the normal skin there, so I have to get rid of that. That one. Let me just take another layer off. It's easier to cut into it if you're going to take an actual layer of the onion off. That is not a nice onion, but I've got enough there to last a lot. So then, once your onion's ready, chop it in half. And then cut into strips to begin with, and then cut into cubes, and add that to the rest of your onion. Next up, we've got the garlic clove. So as usual, break off the skin. I'm going to chop the bottom off to make it easier to peel the skin off. It helps also if you have nails, and I don't, so it's a bit harder. There we go. These garlic cloves that I'm using are actually a bit dry because my mum said that we had some, and they've been sitting in there a while, so they'll still do. Some people use the edge of their knife and crush it, but I'm going to cheat. I got a garlic crusher, which actually doesn't work that well, surprisingly. So place your garlic clove into the crusher and then crush. If you can see that, only small amounts come out at a time, so scrape them off. You want to keep your onions and garlic all into one side because they'll be cooked together. Next up, we've got the mushrooms. So what I'm going to do is just rock the stem slightly and that will pop out. And I'm going to chop that in half to make it a bit smaller. That's there. And then with the actual mushroom, you want to take a tiny bit of the inside, and peel it back, because what I don't usually wash fruit and vegetables because I don't really mind the dirt. I like to build up a strong immune system, so I don't usually wash them. So with mushrooms I just peel them off like so, all the way around. And as you can see, these are brown before, and then when you peel it you reveal the skin underneath, the actual mushroom. And so you want to chuck that away and chop the mushroom into slices. Next up we've got the parsley, finely chopped. So chop off the stems. You can eat some of the stems, so just cut it off, not too far down, but you don't really want the main body of the stalk, the stem. And then bunch it all up and chop away. And you just want to just keep chopping and just slowly pass the parsley underneath the knife. And that's finely chopped, so you can put that in your pile ready. Next up we have the cheddar grated. The parmesan I'm using is pre-grated, so if you do get parmesan then just do it exactly the same as the cheddar here. And I'm going to do it on the medium option for the grating because it doesn't actually specify. So just get grating away. This grater isn't very good, so this is going to take a while. So after I've done this, come and join me over at the oven. First part is put the potatoes in a saucepan with a bit less water than that. Oh. My mum would not like the look of that. Don't forget to wipe up any mess you make. Otherwise your parents will be annoyed. Or you'll have to clean it if you live on your own. But that's not a problem anyway. So, cook those in the saucepan of boiling water for about 20 minutes or until tender. So I'm going to put that on 12 and 20 minutes. Remember that. In the meantime, melt half the butter. In a saucepan. With half of the oil, not a saucepan, a frying pan. You want 1 tablespoon of oil for this. I always think, what's the point in putting oil and butter in? Because they both do the same job, I find. Chuck the bacon in. Big lump. And make sure you spread that out. I would suggest putting a spit guard over the pan, and you want to fry that until it goes brown. So just about to that. That looks all lovely. It says to drain onto some kitchen paper, so I've got that here. I've never actually done this before, so this is just how I imagine it should be done. My sister dries the fat off of everything, but I love fat. just dry that. Actually, that's not too hot. Surprisingly, now I've got oil all over my hands. And you want to pop that in an oven-proof dish, a bit like this one. Not with the tissue though. Take the tissue out. That's ready there. And then with the other half of butter, that's splashed everywhere. That's not what you want to do. With another tablespoon of oil, this one's a very fatty dish, this, and into that you want to put the onions and the garlic. All the while I would keep an eye on the potatoes over here. They will cook very slowly. It says for about 20 minutes, we've still got just under 10 minutes left. You want to fry these onions over a medium heat, so I suggest putting it on 8. You want to do that until the onions are soft, and then it's time to add the mushrooms. There we go. Make sure they're all separated, and you want to just fry those in. I'm going to chuck the onions on top to help get them started, get the flavours all mixed in. Now all the vegetables are a nice brown colour. You want to drain them onto some more kitchen paper, so make sure you turn that off, and then pour it on. See, if this was me, if I had made this recipe, I would keep all this lovely oils in with it, because we're going to be putting it in the oven. So I would like that to mix all in. You can see in the background there, the potatoes are doing lovely. They're nearly done. Just on time. And then just drain the onions and mushrooms. That's disgusting if you look at the bottom. All the oil. And put that along with the bacon in the dish. Lovely jubbly. And dispose of that. Potatoes are coming along lovely. So after that's done, you want to drain the potatoes. After you've drained the potatoes, you want to remove them from the pan. Be careful because they will be absolutely flipping hot. Ow. Maybe use some sort of implement to get them out. Like a knife. Woo! Woo! Run away, potato. That was not scripted at all. Not that any of this is scripted, apart from the food that my mum buys. They're a lot more done than I expected them to be. Whenever I usually cook potatoes, they don't seem to be done enough. But they are perfect. And then you want to cut those into wedges. So, oh, lovely. So I'm going to cut them into halves, and then cut them into quarters, and then cut the quarters into thirds. So you're left with small little wedges, because I don't want them too big. You can just do it as it is. I'll show you in a minute another way. Now if you want longer wedges, then you can just cut them in half, and then cut them into thirds from here. This is very hot, so it's hard to work with these. That's why I'm surprised they get you to cut them. Let me cut it this way. I'm surprised they get you to cut them after you've cooked them. So there is a full size. Oh, chucked it. There is a full-sized wedge. So chuck those in as well. But as I said, I like the smaller ones. So I shall do some more halves. So I underestimated the amount of potatoes that I had. So I've got a bigger oven dish, and I shall put this all in here. There we go. Oh, that looks lovely with the bacon on top. Make sure all the onions in there, and all the potatoes and stuff's in there. So after that, mix the cream in. You can't really mix this very easily because of the lumps of potato. There we go. And then the parsley. Spread that all over, and you've got to mix that in apparently. Just make sure that it's all mixed. There's potato, onion, bacon, mushroom, parsley and cream everywhere in there. And then dash of salt and some pepper. Our pepper grinder's broken, so I've got to use one of the jars. Wow, that's absolutely tons. They're going to be very peppery potatoes. If you put too much of anything in, just mix it all up so that the taste spreads. There we go. And then it's all in your oven dish. And you want to scatter the cheese over the top. So I'll start with the cheddar. You want to use 5 tablespoons. I have no idea how much I'm using, but that is fine. This is to give the top a golden brown coating. And then just put some more cheddar over this side so we're not missing out. Oh, don't put any cheddar on the table though. And then the same with parmesan. Just spread it all throughout there. And bake that in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes until crisp and golden. Put that on 180 degrees in the oven as well. So it's time to take it out of the oven, so make sure you've got your oven gloves on. Look at that, absolutely lovely. So this is how it turned out. It looks amazing, and on first taste test it tastes amazing as well. I think I'll definitely be making this one again. If you want to make this yourself, the recipe is below as always. And don't forget to join me next week. I will be making a spicy tuna fish cake. And I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.